Hello students, welcome to video lecture on model test paper on computational physics. So let us go to multiple choice questions. First one, the C language was invented in the year 1960, 1972, 1981, 1978. So it is invented in 1972. Now next one, low level language is human readable like language, language with quick program size, language with small program size, difficult to understand and readability is questionable. So we have three types of computer languages: low level language, higher level language, and middle level language. Now this low level language, it is either machine language or we can say it is assembly language. It is assembly language, and these programs written in machine language or assembly language, they are difficult to read. Readability is difficult, so ordinary person cannot read that language or cannot understand that language. Higher level languages, they are very near to human languages. They are easily understandable. While middle level language, it bridges the gap between low level and higher level language. Means using middle level language, assembly programs can be written as well as softwares can be written. So here if we take BASIC, Pascal, these are some higher level languages, and C, particularly C++ are middle level languages. So low level language is difficult to understand and readability is questionable. Prototype of function means a function prototype is a declaration of function that specifies the function name, data types of parameters, and return type. Means suppose we write some function, suppose we write here factorial. Factorial, it is name of function. Then we write here int n and here int. So this is function prototype. Now this factorial, it is name of function. This int n is what argument of the function, means value given to the function, and int, that is data type of the argument, and this int means data type of the value returned by function. So function prototype is nothing but declaration of a function. Name the loop that execute at least once: for, do while, if, while. Now if we see for loop, here for I is equal to suppose 0, I less than or equal to 10, suppose I plus plus, and then we have here body of loop, and there are number of statements. We have while I greater than 10, here body of the loop, and then do statements, and then while I less than 10. So here I less than 10 is condition, here it is condition. So what happens here, in for loop, when control enters here, it first take I is equal to 0, then goes to condition. If condition is true, then it enters in the loop. If condition is false initially, suppose, then it will not enter in the loop. Similarly here, if condition is true, it enters in the loop. If condition is false, it will go directly next statement after the loop. But what happens here, if condition is initially true, false, then what happens, still it enters in the loop, it executes statement at least once and then it checks the condition. If condition is false, it will go forward. So here do while loop, it executes at least once, though initially condition is false. Now next one, bitwise operators can operate upon. Bitwise operators means, suppose this is one, if we take number 1 0 1 0 1 and suppose AND operator operates this. So and here we have 0 1 1 0 1, then 1 and 1, that is 1, 0 and 0, that is 0, 1 and 1 1, 1 and 0 0, 0 and 0, this one. So this is A, this is B, we write this as A and B. So this is bitwise AND operator. Now this bitwise AND operator, it can operate on int type variables or char type variables. It does not operate, means AND does not operate on float and double. So here bitwise operators can operate upon int and char data types. Now next one, the conditional operator is represented as. Now conditional operator, it is question mark colon. What is its statement or syntax? So condition, then question mark, expression 1 colon, expression 2, and then we can use semicolon. So if condition is true, expression 1 is evaluated and expression 2 is ignored. So value of this expression is expression 1. But if condition is false, expression 2 is evaluated and expression 1 is ignored. So in this case, result is expression 2, and in this case, result is expression 1, whatever value of expression 1. So this is conditional operator. Now A, condition question mark expression 1 colon expression 2, this is correct. Here wrong, because here last there is question mark. So this first one is correct. Now next one, what is the work of break keyword? Halt execution of program, restart execution of program, exit from loop or switch statement, all of the above. So what happens, suppose we have here loop, suppose we take here while I less than or equal to 100, then we have number of statements, then suppose we have condition here, and then break. So what happens in this case, when condition is true, it enters in the loop. This statement S1, S2, S3, they are evaluated, and then it goes to check this condition. If condition is false, break is not executed, it comes here and it goes back. Then it enters in the loop again. S1, S2, S3 are executed. Condition is executed. If condition is false, break is not executed, it goes back. But when condition becomes true, break statement is executed and control comes out of the loop and it goes to next statement after the loop. So here similarly for switch, suppose switch n and we take case 1 statements, then break, case 2 statements and break like this. So depending upon value of n, it will go to case 1, case 2, case 3 and so on. So if that if it goes to suppose case 2, statements are executed and then break, so it will come out of the switch. So exit from loop or switch, but it will not exit from the program. It will execute all the statements after the loop or after the switch. So here now next one, recursive functions are executed in first in first out order, load balancing, parallel fashion, last in first out order. So if we see here simple example, suppose here we have main function and here some int data type, number of variables x1, x2 and so on, and suppose we call here function suppose fun, and then here printf something, and here end of main, and then here we have function, and here we have number of statements, and then we have if condition function, else return suppose 0. So see here what happens here, if we run this program, function is called here, so it goes to function, it enters in the function, it executes first statement, second statement, fourth statement, then it goes to if condition. If condition is true, again function is called. So what happens, whatever value of function it goes in stack. So here this is stack. So here this is value in first call, then it goes back, again all statements are executed. If condition is true, function is called again, so value is stored in the stack, second value, then again it goes back, again function is called as long as condition is true, so third time, fourth time. So in this way value goes in stack, and once condition is false, it will return to main function calling point. So what happens here, before going to calling point, it takes out values for result. So here fifth value is taken first, then fourth value is taken, third value is taken, second value is taken out, last value is taken out, and then final result it goes to calling point. So here last in first out order, recursive functions are executed in last in first out order. Or first in last out order. The default parameter passing mechanism to function is call, means we can call function by reference or by value. Default, if we do not give any reference, default it is called by value. Now next one, what will be the output of arithmetic expression? So arithmetic expression is suppose x is equal to 5 plus 3 star 2% 10 minus 8 star 6. So first this is evaluated, star is evaluated. So we get here x is equal to 5 plus 6% 10 minus 48. Then second percentage is evaluated. So we get here x 5. Now 6% 10 means 6 divided by 10 and remainder is taken. So division is 0, remainder is 6 minus 48. Then addition and subtraction. So we get here minus 37. So result is minus 37. So this last one is correct. Now next one, what will be the output of the following statements? Int a equal to 4, b equal to 7 and c equal to a equal b. So here this is equality condition, relational operator, and then printf %i c comma c. So what happens here? C equal to a equal b. Now what happens here? First relational operators, then arithmetic, logical operators, and then assignment operators are worked. So first this one will be evaluated. A equal b. This is relational operator. So a equal b. No. So its result is 0. And now this 0 is assigned to C. Expression is evaluated from right to left. So C equal to 0. So 0 is printed. Now next one. What will be the output of following statement or following program? Main, then in curly brace, int a equal to 4, b equal to 7, comma c, semicolon, c, a greater than b, question mark, a plus b, colon, b minus a, semicolon, printf, in bracket, in double quote, %d, comma c, bracket is completed, semicolon, and then end of main. So here c is equal to a greater than b, question mark, a plus b, colon, b minus a, semicolon. So what happens in this case? If this first condition, this one is true, then this is evaluated and its value is assigned to C, and this is ignored. But if this one is false, this second expression is evaluated and its value is assigned to C, and expression 1 is ignored. So if we see a greater than b, 4 greater than 7, it is false. False means this expression is evaluated. So b minus a, it is 7 minus 4 equal to 3. So this expression has value 3, and now that value is assigned to C. So C equal to 3. So 3 is printed. So here in place of %d, 3 is printed. So this one is correct. Now next one. What will be the output of statement? Now main, then main function, int a equal to 4, comma b equal to 7, comma c, semicolon, c equal to a and b, semicolon, printf in bracket, in double quote, %d, comma c, bracket is completed, semicolon, and then main function is completed. Now c is equal to a and b. Now this result will be 1 only when a and b are true. True means have values other than 0. So here we have 4 and b. So this is and 7. So these are logically high. So 1 and 1. Logically 1 and 1 is 1. So, and this value is now assigned to C. So C is 1. Now next one. What will be the output of following program? Main, then in curly brace, int a equal to 4, a plus equal to 2, semicolon, printf, in bracket, in double quote, %d, comma a, bracket is completed, semicolon, and then end of main. Now what is meaning of this expression? Now what happens here, when we run this program, memory is allocated to a, 2 byte memory is allocated, and here 4 is stored. When control comes here, actually this expression is a equal to a plus 2. So what happens here, our expression is evaluated from right to left. So first a is taken from the memory location, that is 4, added in 2, and result is assigned to a. So a plus, that is 4 plus 2, that is 6. So it is assigned to 6. So a becomes 6. So at the memory location 4 is replaced by 6. So here when we print a, at the place of %d, value from memory location is called, and that is 6. So we will get here C, that is 6. Identify wrong C keywords below. Now we know in C there are 32 keywords, and each keyword has specific meaning and function. You cannot change its function in program. So if we see here keyword, we have where, char, float, continue. So this is keyword present, this is keyword present, this is keyword present, but this keyword is not present in C. We are not a keyword. So here first one is correct. The range of signed int is. Now signed int means int or signed int. Now we know in 16-bit computers, in data type it takes 2 byte memory, means total 16 bits. So if we take bits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Out of these, this bit is used for sign. And what is maximum value? Positive value 0 here. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, and minimum value, that is 1 here, and all other are 0. All other 15 bits are 0. So if we find this, minimum value is 2 raised to 15 and maximum value, that is 2 raised to 15 minus 1. So if we calculate this, you will get this as minus 32 768 to 32767. This is range. So here this second one is correct out of 4. Now next one, the range of char data type is. Char data type, it takes 1 byte memory. So its range is minus 2 raised to 7 to 2 raised to 7 minus 1. So if we find this, we will get minus 128 to 127 for signed char. For unsigned, it is 0 to 2 raised to 14 2 raised to, means here you will get 0 to 255. Here it is minus 128 to 127. Now next one, operator percent in C language is called, it is called modulo operator. And what is its function? If we take 10% 2, its value is 0, means 10 is divided by 2 and remainder is taken. Remainder is 0. If we take 5% 2, then remainder is 1. So in this way it works. Now next one, what is the output of the program? Now int main, now this is main function, int a equal to 0, then a is equal to 10 plus 5 star 2 star 8 divided by 2 plus 4. So first multiplication works. So 10 plus 5 into 2, 10 into 8, that is 80 divided by 2 plus 4. So we will get 10 plus, now division will work and then addition. So we will get 54. So here 54, second one is correct. A will be 54. Now next one. What is the output of the program? Main, then curly brace. So this is body of main. Int a equal to 25. So initial value of a is 25. It is stored in the memory. Now while, this is condition, then this is body of while. In body of while, printf %d a plus plus, then while loop is completed, get ch, and then end of main. Now what happens? With a equal to 25, it goes to while loop. First condition is checked. So a is equal to 25, a less than or equal to 25, 27, it is true. So it enters in the loop. And printf %d in double quote comma a. So a equal to what? 25 is printed. Then it goes here, a plus plus. So a becomes 26 and now it goes back. Condition is checked. Condition, this condition is true. So it goes to printf statement. Using printf statement, a is printed. So a is 26. So it is printed. Now a increases by 1, a plus plus. So a becomes 27. Then it goes back. Condition is true because a is less than or equal to 27. So it goes to printf statement. Now in printf statement, we have in bracket in double quote %d comma a. So a is printed here. A is 27, so 27 is printed, and now a becomes 28. Now it goes back. Now condition is false. So when condition becomes false, it will not enter in the loop, but it will directly go to the next statement after the loop. And from this get ch, it goes to the end of main. So what is printed? A is printed thrice, 1, 2, 3. So you will have output 25, 26, 27. So here this first one is not correct, second is not correct, third one is correct, fourth one is not correct. Now next one, what is the output of program? Here, now main, then body of main here, int a equal to 32, a equal to 32, then it goes to do while loop. So this is do while loop. So it enters in while loop. First statement is printf in bracket in double quote %d a. So 32 is printed on the screen. Then a plus plus. So a plus plus gives a equal to 33, and then it goes to check the condition. Now condition is false. Condition a less than or equal to 30 is false. So it will not go back. It will go in forward direction and come out of the program. So what happens? 32 is printed on the screen. So we will get output 32. Now what is the output of the program? Now see here program carefully. we have main, then body of main, brass, curly brass, int a equal to 32. So a equal to 32 is stored at the memory location. Then it is do. So it enters in do while loop. First statement is printf statement. So printf statement, so %d a. So in place of %d, value of a is printed. So 32 is printed. This is output. Then it goes to next statement, a plus plus. So a becomes 33. So it is stored at the memory location 33. If a greater than 35, no. So break is not evaluated. So it goes here. While 1 means true. So 1 is there. So it goes back. It goes back and again enter in the loop. So when it enters in the loop, first statement is printf in bracket in double quote %d comma a. So what happens? It goes to the memory location of a and it takes value of a and prints that value. So at the memory location, value is 33. So 33 is printed. Then it goes to a plus plus. So a plus plus means value of a is increased by 1. So it becomes 34. It checks with condition here. Condition is false. So condition is false. So it goes to this one because break is not evaluated. So now what happens? 1 means it is true. It goes back again. It enters do while loop again. Now when it enters do while loop, first statement is printf statement, %d a. So what happens? 34 is printed. Then a becomes 35. So at the memory location 35 is stored. Now it goes a greater than 35. No, it is equal to 35. So it will go here. It will go here while true, so it goes back. So printf %a. What is value of a? A is 35. So that is printed. Now a becomes 36. So at the memory location 36 is stored. Now if a greater than 35. Now a is 36 greater than 35, true. So break is evaluated. Break is evaluated means it directly jumps out of the loop. Break is jump statement. It goes to the statement after do while loop, that is get ch, and then end of program. So here you will get this output 32, 33, 34, 35. So this first one is not correct, second is not correct, this third one is correct, fourth one is not correct. The function which calls itself is called a recursive function. The function calls itself is called a recursive function. So here third one is correct. Now what is output of C program? Main. So here main. Now int, then a4 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. A is array of 4 elements. Then printf %d a0 and then end of main. So what is output of this? Actually if we have array of 4 elements and if we give its value, this first value, this is called a0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is called a0, a1, a2, a3, like this. So you must get 1, a0 is 1. But what happens here, this program will give you compiler error. Why? Because you cannot assign values to the array like this. You can assign values using scanf function, or you can assign values to the array at the time of declaration itself. Means at the time of declaration you can give, means you can give values here 1, 2, 3, 4, but you cannot give values like this. So either you give value at the time of declaration, or after that, if you want to give value, you can give value using some input function like scanf function. So here it will show you compiler error. Which of the following is not logical operator? Now A, this is not operator, so not A. If A is 1, not A is 0. If A is 0, not A is 1. So this is logical. And you can write A and B. If both are 1, output is 1. When both are 0, output is 0. If one is 1, other is 0, output is 0. This is logical AND. This is logical OR. 1 0 1, 0 1 1, 1 1 1, 0 0 1. And this last one, it is bitwise operator. So these first three are logical operators, while this last one is not logical operator. A quadratic function equation has dot dot roots. Now quadratic equation, you have ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and this has two roots, minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. One root is for positive, another is for negative sign here. So here two roots. Now next one, the order of convergence of Newton-Raphson iterative algorithm is. We know Newton-Raphson algorithm is based on this. F of x is equal to f of x0 plus x minus x0 f dash x0 plus so on. So if we write here f of xn plus 1 is equal to f of xn plus 1 minus xn f dash xn, and if xn plus 1 is a root, this is 0, and from this we get xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus f of xn upon f dash xn. F dash xn is first root. Now, so this is for Newton-Raphson method. So from xn you can find xn plus 1 using this equation. F of xn is function. So convergence. So suppose phi is function, and if we take its derivative, and if it is less than 1, that is convergence. So suppose we take phi of x is equal to x minus f of x upon f dash x. Suppose we take this. Now take derivative. So phi dash x is equal to, you will get 1 minus derivative with respect to x. Now here u by v rule you can write. So you can write f of f dash x into f dash x. So you can write here minus f of x into f double dash x divided by f dash x square. This is using UV rule. So here phi dash x, you can write now f dash x square minus f dash x square from this plus f of x and whole divided by f dash x square. So this one will get cancelled with this one. So we'll get phi dash x is equal to f of x into f double dash x upon f dash x square, and this must be less than 1. So we can write f of x upon f dash x f of x into f double dash x, it is less than f dash x square. So it is now quadratic convergence. So second order convergence. Now variable declared inside a function without any specification is by default. Means suppose we have here main, and if I write int a, and suppose we call some function call, and here call function, and here we write int b suppose, and some statements, and then return value. So here int a without any specification, int b without any specification, these are automatic variables. Automatic variables. We have four type of variables: static, external, these are called storage classes: static, external, register, and automatic storage classes. So here if you declare like this, these are automatic variables. Dot dot variable is initialized only once and remains into existence till the end of program. So such a type of variable, this variable is external variable. Its scope is over all the functions. Now next one, which one of the variable is stored in temporary memory? So we have four storage classes: static, external, register, and automatic. So we have static variable declaration, external variable declaration by like this: extern x, static y, register suppose z, auto extern int, static int, register int z, and auto int suppose a. So in this way we declare variables. Out of this extern, static, and auto, they are stored in main memory. While register is stored in register memory, that is temporary memory. So register variable is stored in temporary memory. Now next one, what is the output of following program? Main, then we have int a comma b semicolon, a equal to 4. So what happens here? Two memory locations are reserved, one by the name a, another by the name b, then 4 is stored here. Then next one, b is equal to a plus minus a plus a, and then printf in double quote, a is equal to %d, b is equal to %d, double quote is completed, comma a comma b, bracket is completed, semicolon, get ch, and then end of main. So what happens here? We know actually this expression is b is equal to a plus a with attributes to a: post increment, pre increment, and pre decrement. And we know expression is evaluated from left to right. So what happens? First this one, then this one, and then this one is evaluated. Then these two are evaluated, additions are evaluated. So first with value a equal to 4, it comes here. Now plus plus a, so a is increased by 1, so a becomes 4, sorry 5, a becomes 5. Now from this it goes to this one. Now here pre-decrement, so what happens, a is decreased by minus 1. So first, now a is 5, means at the memory location it is 5. So decrease by minus 1 means it becomes 4. So at the memory location it becomes 4. Then it comes here. So here now 4 comes here. Now a plus plus. So it is increased by 1, but after evaluation of expression. So what happens here? Expression is a plus a plus a. So what is value of a here? 4. So it takes a equal to 4 here. Then for this also it takes value from same memory location, that is 4. Then last a, that is 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 4. So now b becomes 12. So 12 is stored here. And now after evaluation of expression, a is increased by 1 because there is post increment. So a is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So a becomes 5. So at the memory location, in place of 4, 5 is stored here. 5 is stored. So when it comes here to printf statement, a equal to %d. So in place of %d, value of a from memory location is taken and that is printed, that is 5, and b equal to %d, that is 12. So a equal to 5, b equal to 12. So this first one is not correct, second is not correct, third one is correct, and this last one is not correct. Now next one, what is the output of following program? So here what is output of the following program? See program carefully. So main, then body of main function int a, so memory location is reserved for a. Now this is local variable, then 4 is stored here, then it goes to call. So call means it will call the function, so it will go to call function. Now it enters in the call function, static int a equal to 5. So what happens here? Memory location is reserved for a. Now this memory location and this memory location, they are not the same. So here now declaration is there, so 5 is stored there. Then printf in bracket %d, in double quote %d, double quote is completed, comma a, semicolon. So what happens? This a is printed. So 5 is printed on the screen. Then a plus plus. So a is increased by 1. So a becomes 6. So at the memory location, it becomes 6. So here 6 is stored. And now from this it goes to calling point, and then it goes to next statement. So call function. So function is called again, and it goes here, static int a5, printf double quote %d a comma a. So what happens here? A is printed, that is 6 is printed, because at the memory location 6 was already stored in earlier call, and here we have static. So in first call, last value of a was 6, that value remains there. So it maintains that value. So in next call, a equal to 5 is not initialized again. It will maintain earlier value. Earlier value of a means value of a in earlier call. That value was 6. So what happens? 6 is printed, a plus plus, so a becomes 7 and it goes back. And now here printf double quote %d comma a bracket is completed. Now what is printed? So here a is local variable, so it goes to this memory location and it takes value 4. So 564 is printed. So you will have here 564. This last one is correct. Now next one, what is output of the following program? Main. Then in main, float x comma y equal to 3, x is equal to 3 star 3 plus 11. So you will get 9 plus 11, 20. So x is 20, y is 3. So printf in double quote, x equal to %f, y is equal to %f, x comma y. So in place of this %f, value of x is printed. In place of this %f, value of y is printed. So on screen you will get x equal to and y is equal to. So x equal to 20, y is equal to 3.0, x equal to 20.0, y is equal to 3, x is equal to 25.0, 0, 0, 0, 0, y is equal to 3.00000. So by default it will take 6 decimal places. So it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and here 3 point. By default it will print. So this is the correct output. Now next one, which of the following is used for initialization of graphics in C? So when we want to use graphics in C, we have to convert text mode output screen to graphics screen, that is pixel based screen. For that purpose we require one function, and that function, it is in8 graph function. It is present in graphics.h header file. Now what is its syntax? And gd and gm, and in double quote we take path of bgi files. So suppose it is in C drive, tc folder, and then you can write bgi files like this. And gd means this is graphics driver and this is corresponding graphics mode, and here we have path. So this function is necessary, init graph function. So last one is correct. We have init graph in bracket and a and b double quote, in double quote C. Here a represents, it represents graphics drivers, and b represents graphics mode, and C represents path of bgi files. So here a represents graphics drivers. Next one, which of the following is the syntax for drawing line used in graphics? So using init graph function we convert graphics mode text mode screen to graphics mode screen. If it is graphics mode screen, then this corner it is pixel 00. Suppose it is 639 479. So resolution is 640 by 480. Then this one is 6390, and this corner is 0479. So any point it is pixel have corresponding x and y. So if we want to draw line from this to this, So we have to take x0 here and y0 here and x1 here, y1 here. So this is x1 and this is y1, and syntax is line x0 y0 x1 y1. So it will draw straight line. So here first one, this one is correct. Here more arguments, so this is not correct. Less arguments. So this first one is correct. Now which of the following is the syntax for drawing ellipse used in graphics? So if we want to draw graphics on screen, so ellipse, so suppose this is ellipse. So here corresponding to this we have center. Now this one is x radius, this one is y radius in terms of pixel, and we start from this point and draw ellipse up to this point. So here syntax for ellipse is center first, that is x comma y, coordinates of this point, pixel point. Then we have starting angle, end angle, then x radius and y radius. So here ellipse xy start angle, end angle, x radius, xy start angle, end angle, x radius, y radius. So this one is correct. If start angle, so for complete ellipse you have to take starting angle 0 and end angle 360. If we take suppose 0 to 180, then only this one is plotted. So only this part is plotted. If we take 0 to 90, only this part is plotted. If we take suppose 90 to 180, this part is plotted only. Now next one, the recursive formula used for successive iteration in Newton-Raphson method is, just we have seen, that is xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus f of xn upon f dash xn. So here C is correct. This one is correct. Now next one, which of the following is the syntax of for drawing rectangle used in graphics? So again suppose this is graphic screen, and if we want to draw rectangle here, so if we see this point A, B, C, D. Now A and B will have same value of y. A and D will have same value of x. Similarly, here B and C will have same value of x, D and C will have same value of y. So only two coordinates are necessary, x0, y0, and here xn, yn. So syntax is rectangle x0, y0, xn, yn. Four arguments are there. So if we see here, this has four arguments, so this is correct. It has more arguments, it has less arguments, it has more arguments, so these are not correct. Now the formula for integration using trapezoidal method is, so trapezoidal method means, suppose we take here y versus x, and y is what? Function of x. So this is the graph suppose. So this initial point, it is suppose x0, and final is xn. Then we divide this x0 to xn into equal intervals of equal width. and width is h. So here this is x0 plus h, this is x0 plus 2h, and so on. So if we find here corresponding, so we find area of this. So here y0 and here y1. So area is what? Y1 plus y0 by 2 into h. H is width, plus area of these two, y1 plus y2 by 2 into h. This is integration, plus area of these two, y2 plus y3 by 2 into h, plus so on. Last one, that is xn minus 1 corresponding to yn minus 1 plus yn divided by 2 into h. And if we find this, h by 2 is common, so we can write I is equal to h by 2. Now y0 plus, now y1 here, y1 here, so we will get 2y1 plus 2y2 plus 2y3 plus so on, plus 2yn minus 1 plus yn. You will get this. So I is equal to, you will get h by 2 y0 plus 2 times summation I is equal to 1 to n minus 1 yi plus yn. This is the formula. So here I means integration. So here summation is not 2 times, here it is 4 times, here it is 4 times 2 to here. So this last one is correct. Last one is correct. H by 2 in bracket y0 plus 2 times summation I is equal to 1 to n minus 1 yi plus yn. Now next one, what is the output of the following program? Now here we have small I. Main int I and sum, and sum is initialized to 0. Clear screen for I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. Condition is I less than 0. So condition is true. It enters here. If I percent to equal 0, so if condition is true, so we get sum equal to 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. That is sum. Now it goes back. I equal to 1. Condition is true. So if I percent, if condition, it is false. So this statement is not executed. So sum will remain 0. Then I equal to 2. Condition is true. If condition is also true, so sum is 0 plus 2. Then I equal to 3. Condition is true. If condition is false, so sum will remain 2. Then I equal to 4. Condition is true, I less than 10. If condition is also true, so s is equal to 2 plus 4. For s is equal to 5, I equal to 5. Condition is true. If condition is false, so s will remain 6. Now I equal to 6. Condition is true. If condition is true, s is equal to 6 plus 6. I equal to 7. Condition is true, but if condition is false, so s will remain 12. Then I is equal to 8. Condition is true. If condition is also true, so if s is equal to 12, sum is equal to 12 plus 8, it is 20. I equal to 9. Condition is true, but if condition is false, so s is equal to here 20 itself. Then I equal to 10. Condition is true. If condition is also true, so sum is 20 plus 10, so it is 30. Then I becomes 11. Now condition becomes false, so it comes out of the loop, and then it prints sum equal to %d sum. So last value of sum is 30, that is printed. So we will get 30 here. Now which of the following is correct octal integer? Now octal integer has digits from 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and it starts with 0. So 0, 3, 2, 1, correct octal number. Now here for OX, here 8, so it is not octal number. 0, 7, 8, 2, it is not octal number because there is digit 8. 0, 8, 1, 1, this is also not octal number because there is digit 8 though it starts with 0. Now 0, 7, 7, 1, this is octal number. It starts with 0 and it has digits from 0 to 7. So this is true. Now next one, which of the following function can be used to print single character on output screen? Put char. This is for input. This is for string input and this is for string output. Now next one, which of the following can be used to input single character? So it is get char. Which of the following is not jump statement while it is loop? While go to jump statement means it goes from one point of the program to some another point. So go to is jump statement, exit is jump, break is jump statement. So while is not jump statement. Now next one, which of the following jump statement is used to bypass the remainder of current loop, current pass through the loop? So if we take here while, suppose here condition, and in while loop we have statements, then we can write if condition 2 continue, again statements, and while loop is completed. So what happens here, if we condition is true, it enters in the loop. This first statement is evaluated, this is evaluated, this is evaluated, this is evaluated, it goes to condition 2. If condition 2 is false, continue is not evaluated, remaining statements are evaluated, and then it goes back. Again it enters in the loop, all statements are evaluated. If condition becomes true, then what happens, continue is evaluated. When continue is evaluated, these statements are bypassed, means they are not evaluated, control will go directly to back. So bypass. So continue statement bypass remaining statements in the loop when that continue statement is executed. Which of the following is used to set color of graphics in C? So set color function it is used. So we write set color and here int n means number 0 to 15 for different colors. What is an array? An array is a collection of variables that are dissimilar data types. An array is collection of variables that are of the same data type. An array is not a collection of variables that are of the same data type. So this second one is correct. Array is a collection of variables that are of the same data type. Now next one, what is right way to initialization of array? So here this first one is right. Second one, here there is no square bracket, here curly brace, here round bracket. So these are not correct. This first one is correct. What is a function? A function is block of statements that perform same specific task. Function is the fundamental modular unit. A function is usually designed to perform a specific task. Function is a block of code that performs a specific task. It has a name and it is reusable. So all of the above. So thanks very much. Thanks.